everyone. Welcome to Live Interactive English. This is Karen.
Hello, everybody. I am Shane.
Today we're looking at day 1 of The Plight of the Puffin. And the vocabulary words are breed.
Breed.
Some fish travel great distances to reach their breeding grounds.
Crack.
Crack.
There is a large crack in the sidewalk.
Careful. Cliff.
Cliff.
Be careful not to fall while enjoying the view from the cliff.
Extend.
Extend.
The country's territory extends from coast to coast.
Previous.
Previous.
My previous apartment had 2 windows.
Wow, fancy. 2 windows.
Not just one,
Wow.
2. Okay, we're talking about some cool, little, cute animals.
Puffins are so cute.
Little cute looking birds. When I first saw the pictures of puffins, I really thought, hey, they kind of look like penguins.
That's right.
A little bit.
A little bit like puffins. I mean, like penguins, but they're even cuter because they got that really colorful beak.
That's right. And then they're very small, just 30, I think their height is only about like 30 centimeters tall.
They're just little guys. And they're so cute, and they live on cliffs.
But isn't that very dangerous to live on cliffs?
Yeah.
They can fall down any time.
Have you ever watched some video about how puffins, how basically the beginning years and when they go from a little bird to an adult bird, it's quite a challenging process.
You just showed me the video and I was really surprised.
Pretty surprised.
And shocked.
And they really only hatch like 1 egg, so there's not a very big chance of survival. So they already have a big challenge. But because of climate change,
so it's even harder, right?
Yeah, so there's been an environmental impact on where they can breed and basically their food supply. You know, when there's problems with the environment, it can cause problems for these animals.
That's right. So maybe we should learn more about these little cute birds, puffins, so maybe we can do something about saving them.
Help protect them.
That's right.
Right. Let's learn more about these cute little critters.
Aw, enjoy.
Enjoy.
The Plight of the Puffin. With its large multicolored beak and charmingly innocent appearance, the Atlantic puffin looks more like a cartoon critter than a real bird. Standing some 30 centimeters tall and weighing about as much as a can of soda, puffins spend most of their lives at sea, coming ashore only for the breeding season. The birds nest in burrows or cracks in cliffs. They often stay with one mate for life and generally only lay a single egg per year.
Welcome to Live Interactive English Magazine. Today's lesson is called The Flight of the... Excuse me.
No.
The name of today's lesson is The Plight of the Puffin. Day 1. Not the flight of the puffin, although puffins are birds and they do fly.
Yeah.
We're talking about something sad. The plight of the puffin. Hi, everyone. I'm Jeff.
Yeah, and I'm Mike. And yes, when we talk about the plight of something, this is sort of like a sad story, a bad news story. If there's a plight of something, it's like something's in trouble, it's in distress, it's in danger.
Help me.
And we're going to be telling you this sad story of how this happened and what kind of danger this thing is in. And in this case, the thing is a bird. It's a beautiful bird. Puffins are sort of small black birds, but they're most notable for their very large, very colorful beaks. If you've seen a puffin before, you might not know the name, but you definitely would recognize this bird. It's the name of a book company, isn't it? Puffin Books. And they have a little picture of the same bird down in the corner of the covers of all their books. But anyways, when we look for puffins, we're looking in some of the cold parts of the world, and you would think that in a place where there aren't a lot of people, what's putting this bird in danger? Well, that's the plight, that's the danger, that's the problem. Let's read on and find out more about the plight of the puffin.
Okay, let's kick things off right now. The first sentence of our article says, with its large multicolored beak and charmingly innocent appearance, the Atlantic puffin looks more like a cartoon critter than a real bird. Yes, these critters, they look very, very cute. They almost look like they're unreal. They almost look like cartoons or cartoon animals or cartoon critters. But yeah, they're cute, but they also need our help. That's what we're talking about, the plight of the puffin.
There you go.
Help us, Mike.
Well,
help us. I'm a puffin right now. Help us, Mike.
You're a huge puffin because as we learn about the size of the puffin, they're actually quite small birds. It says standing some 30 centimeters tall, about a foot tall, and weighing about as much as a can of soda, so quite light. Puffins spend most of their lives at sea, coming ashore only for the breeding season. That's right, they're a seabird. They're not very big. They're very light, as most birds are. And of course, it's hard for us to see them in their natural environment. They live in the north, as we learned, but also they live mostly out at sea, coming ashore or coming back to land only for the breeding season. When we talk about breeding or to breed, this verb, we're talking about animals making baby animals. Basically, if you get a boy cow and a lady cow together and they have a baby, you are breeding those cows. Farmers will breed animals on their farms. And of course, in zoos and out in the wild, animals will breed as well. Now, when we talk about humans, like a man and a woman having a baby together, we don't usually use this term breed. It's more of a scientific term or a farming term. If your friend is, married and they're going to have some kids, oh, you decided to breed, didn't you? You wouldn't say that to people. But with animals, it's perfectly acceptable when talking about having babies. For example, some fish travel great distances to reach their breeding grounds, like the salmon of the Pacific. Right? They go up the rivers to breed, to lay their eggs and have their babies.
There you go. Anyways, more on puffins.
Yes.
These birds, nest in burrows or cracks in cliffs.
Yeah, I've seen that on TV.
Now here we have the word nest, and it's being used as a verb. Notice that. Where do the birds live? They nest in burrows, so they don't nest in nests. They nest in burrows or cracks in cliffs.
Yeah.
So they live in cracks in cliffs. How weird, how strange, how chihuahua. Also, how cute. Puffins are very cute. Anyways, let's talk about this word crack. A crack is a small break in something. Usually when you see a crack in something, you see a break in something and it kind of looks like a line on the surface of that thing. But here we're talking about cliffs and mountains. The cracks in cliffs or mountains are places where it looks as though pieces of rock have broken off or have split apart in some way. That's what we're talking about when we're using the word crack as a noun. Anyways, for example, there is a large crack in the sidewalk.
And when we talk about a crack, when we talk about a large crack, usually that means the length, right? If it's very wide, then we wouldn't use a crack. It's usually quite narrow. If you're climbing up a mountain, you might stick your fingers in the crack in the side of the cliff, and that would be a convenient place to hold on to. And if you're climbing a cliff, you would definitely need to hold on, because a cliff, this noun, is basically an area of rock where the land has dropped very, very quickly downwards. So the top would be the top of the cliff, and then basically that wall of rock, that is the cliff, and of course the land below would be far down below. If people are parachuting or rock climbing, they might look for a cliff to jump off or a cliff to climb up or something like that. For example, be careful not to fall while enjoying the view from a cliff. Good
From
advice.
the cliff.
From the cliff. That's good advice.
Anyways, they, puffins,
Breeding.
they often stay with one mate for life and generally only lay a single egg per year. And you're
Just
saying,
one egg?
That's so cute. It is cute, but it also means that the reproduction cycle for the puffin is quite slow.
Very slow.
And that's not a good thing. All right, folks, let's go ahead and take a short break, but don't go away. When we come back, we'll be talking some more about puffins.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这次的课文标题是 The Plight of the Puffin， 海鹰危机。Puffin 就是海鹰，那么 plight 它是指困境，是当名词。刚刚 Mike 老师在解释 plight 这个字，他有提到 distress。distress 当名词，它可以指悲痛、忧伤，那它也有危难、不幸的语义。好，北极海鹰呢是一种非常非常可爱的鸟，它们的喙啊，就是那个鸟嘴比较大，而且有很多种颜色。那它们的外表看起来又可爱又无辜，就很像卡通生物一样，不像真的鸟类。好，那文中的 critter。critter， critter， 它表示生物、动物，那通常都是指小生物。好，课文提到说，海鹰站着大约有30公分高， 那体重就跟一罐汽水的重量差不多。它们大部分的时间都是待在海上，那只有繁殖季节会到岸上。而这些鸟呢，会在洞穴或是悬崖的缝隙中来筑巢。文中的 nest 是当动词，表示筑巢。好，那么海鹰呢，通常一辈子只会跟一只固定的伴侣在一起，然后每年只下一颗蛋，所以它的繁殖会很慢。这样老师刚刚用到 reproduction 这个字 ，reproduction 就表示繁育、繁殖。那我们的单字 breed 这个动词它也有繁殖的意思，文中的 breeding season 表示繁殖季。好，那 breed 这个字通常不会用来指人类的繁殖哦。再来看下一个单字是 crack 当名词可以指缝隙、裂缝，而 cliff 表示悬崖峭壁。Mike 老师说有一些人啊会到悬崖峭壁上玩跳伞，那他说的 parachute 可以当名词或动词，当名词就是降落伞，当动词就表示跳伞。好，至于补充单字 burrow 表示洞穴、地道，那通常可以用来指动物它们去挖掘居住的洞穴。这回课文中
The plight of the puffin. Atlantic puffins nest mostly in Iceland and Norway, although their range extends as far south as Britain and as far west as eastern Canada and Maine. Sadly, due to climate change, the Atlantic puffin has seen a sharp decrease in numbers in recent years. Iceland's Westman Islands, home to the world's largest puffin colony, have experienced a 40% drop in their puffin population since 2003. Moreover, on Seal Island, Maine, only 31% of puffin eggs hatched in the summer of 2012, less than half of the previous 5-year average.
All right, the name of the game today, folks, is puffins. Well, that's the name of the bird, and these birds are in trouble. Remember, the name of our article is The Plight of the Puffin. Anyways, more on puffins. Atlantic puffins nest mostly in Iceland and Norway, although their range extends as far south as Britain and as far west as eastern Canada and Maine. How about that? I.e., this area here, it spans or covers these areas. Okay, the range, I should say, spans or covers these areas or extends as far south as these places. That's the word extend. It's a verb. For example, the country's territory extends from coast to coast. It covers that large piece of land.
Oh, okay. We could say the mountains of Taiwan extend from the north to the south.
There you go. We found the whole length of Taiwan.
They're stretched across that wide area. So the range of the puffins extends across basically the North Atlantic Ocean. But sadly, it says, due to climate change, there's climate change again, the Atlantic puffin has seen a sharp decrease in numbers in recent years. The numbers of puffins has been going down, and that's largely due to climate change. Here's some examples. Iceland's Westman Islands, right in the middle of the North Atlantic. Iceland's Westman Islands, home to the world's largest puffin colony, have experienced a 40% drop in their puffin population since 2003. So in 15 years, the number of puffins there has gone down by 40 or almost half, 40%. That's a huge drop in a very short time.
Yeah. And moreover, it gets worse, everyone. Moreover, on Seal Island, Maine,
quite far away,
only 31% of puffin eggs hatched in the summer of 2012, less than half of the previous 5-year average. Yeah, folks, if eggs don't hatch, you don't get new puffins, okay? And only 31% of these eggs hatched.
That's right.
Terrible.
There you go. That's a bad news, and it's been sort of going on for a little while. We learned that from the way this sentence explains that the number of puffin eggs is much less in the summer of 2012, less than half of the previous 5-year average. Here we're using previous to kind of show the order of time, when things happen and the order in which they happen. Previous is an adjective, and basically it just means the one that came before. All right, so if we talk about the months of the year, we could be in the month of April, and the previous month was the month that came before. So if we're in April, the previous month would be March. and the previous month to that would be February. It's the one that came before here. The summer of 2012, that's the number that we were talking about of puffin eggs at that time. And the previous 5-year average would be the year stretching from 2007 up to 2012, the 5 years that came before or previous to 2012. For example, we could say my previous apartment had 2 windows. The apartment I had before had 2 windows.
The apartment before.
The apartment
Your
before.
previous apartment.
The one I lived in before I moved to this one. And the one I'm in now, it has 122 windows.
Wow, that's an increase of 120 windows.
It's just one
Amazing.
giant window.
Wow. All right, folks, with that, it's time to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be back with more on puffins after this.
北极海鹰大部分都是在冰岛和挪威筑巢，不过它们的分布范围最南端可以延伸到英国，那么最西边还可以到加拿大东部和缅因州。不过遗憾的是，近年来因为气候变迁，它们的数量锐减。像冰岛的 Westman Islands 韦斯特曼纳群岛，它是全球最大的海鹰群落栖息地。那这个地方的海鹰数量从2003年以来呢，已经减少了40%。除此之外，2012年夏天在缅因州的这个席尔岛 Seal Island 只有31%的海鹰蛋有孵化，已经不到前5年平均值的一半了。我们先来看2个单字 ，extend。extend 是动词，它表示延伸、扩展。那 Jeff 老师有用到一个动词 expand。expand 它也有展开、扩张、拓展的意思。好，下一个单字 previous 它是用来形容先前的、之前的。顺便补充一下，文中的 home to 什么什么，它前方省略了 which is。那当我们说 be home to 加上名词，就表示拥有什么，是什么什么的栖息地。好，接回到课文中。
The plight of the puffin. But not all hope is lost for the Atlantic puffin. To better understand the puffin's plight, people have come up with ways of tracking the birds that are perhaps as unique as the puffins themselves.
Oh, those poor puffins.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? This puffin plight is pathetic. But not all hope is lost for the Atlantic puffin.
All right, so we have some good news hopefully coming for puffins. It says to better understand the puffin's plight, people have come up with ways of tracking the birds that are perhaps as unique as the puffins themselves. Of course, as we all know, for scientists to get good information about the animals they're studying in the wild, they need a way of tracking or following the birds as they live their natural lives. So apparently there are some very interesting and unique ways that scientists are collecting data on puffins, data that they hope will help puffins with their plight in the future. So hopefully this is good news. But we're going to have to wait until tomorrow to find out about the puffin's plight. So please come back to join us for that.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and say bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.
That was polite.
刚刚说到北极海鹰面临数量锐减的危机，不过人们为了更了解海鹰面临的困境，就想出一些很特别的追踪方式。我们在第2天的课文会一一介绍。那我们最后先来补充一个片语是 come up with。come up with 它表示想到、想出，像是想出某个解决方法之类的。好了，那么以上是这个讲解，同学们别走开，马上回来哦。大家好，我是 Hanny。在今天的课程中，我们要介绍4个文法重点。第一个是句型 look more like A than B。第2个是片语介系词 due to。第3个是动词 see， 表示经历、目睹或是见证。第4个是 decrease， 做名词，表示减少、降低。首先，我们来学习句型 look more like A than B， 表示看起来比较像 A 而不是 B。look like 加名词，表示看起来像什么。加入 more like A than like B， 则表示比较像 A 而不是 B， 它是自身比较的句型。B 前面的重复的 like 也可以删除不用。例如The little boy looks more like his mother than his father. 这个小男孩看起来比较像他妈妈，而不是他爸爸。接下来，我们来学习片语介系词 due to。 表示因为、由于，后面是接名词或是动名词。例如 All the flights were cancelled due to heavy snow. 因为下大雪，所有的航班都被取消了。接着，我们来学习动词 see， 表示经历、目睹或是见证。当这个意思时，它是及物用法，意思就跟 experience 很相似。例如 The industry has seen enormous changes over the past 2 decades. 这个产业在过去20年间经历了重大的转变。最后，我们来学习 decrease 做名词，表示减少、降低。我们常常用 a decrease in something 来表达在某方面减少，也可以加入形容词来修饰，像是 sharp 形容急剧的， significant 形容显著的等等。例如 There has been a significant decrease in violent crime. 暴力犯罪活动有显著的减少。以上是今天的重点整理，我们下次见喽 ！See you next time. Bye.
欢迎收看就爱讲英文，我是悠悠。
我是吉安。
大家在寻找租屋的时候都遇到瓶颈，所以可能直接就打电话给房仲业，这样也是一个很好的方法，又有保障啊，对不对？
那我们今天就要来跟大家讲一下个找房仲的这个方法哈。
房仲叫什么
？Realtor。
所以一个好的房仲呢，会针对你的这个租屋需求来进行询问。比如说，我为什么这样呢？你想找哪一区的房子呢
OK， 你就说 What part of town do you want to live in？
What part of town do you want to live in？你要找多大的公寓呢
？How big of an apartment are you looking for？
How big of an apartment are you looking for？ 啊，对了，还有，是要2间房的公寓吗
？OK， 那1间房的公寓
先说，
就是
1间房的
one bedroom apartment。1
bedroom apartment，
一间2房啊，那2间2房，2房2 bedroom apartment。
2 bedroom apartment。您的预算范围有多大呢
？OK， 那你就预算范围嘛，你要问他说 What price range are you interested in？And
what price range are you interested in？
Price range 就是价格的范围，价格的范围。那你当然你也可以直接说你的预算多少 ？What's your budget？
What's your budget？ 比如说，地保的预算这么大，
地保的预算这么大。OK， 你看一下今天的
Live Action。Happy Realtors, may I help you?
I'm looking for an apartment.
Okay, what part of town do you want to live in?
I'm thinking of the area around 大安 Park. 大安 Yeah, 大安 Park, yes.
Okay, how big of an apartment are you looking for?
A 2-bedroom apartment.
2 bedroom?
Yes.
And what price range are you interested in?
Well, hopefully under 8,000 NT a month. 8,000 NT a month.
That might be tough. But let me see what I can do.